I see Christmas candles on a Christmas tree.
What's all this crazy question they're asking me? This is the craziest party there could ever be. Don't turn on the lights, because I don't.
Hey Donna, how are you?
Great. Merry Christmas. It's coming up in a few days.
Yeah, Thanksgiving was awesome. I don't know, how is it that I put weight on during Thanksgiving and you didn't?
You know what? I was made to be a Mimi, and which is a grandma, and I was running around with the grandkids so much,
You were.
and lifting up the others.
Every calorie you took in, you burned off because you said you lost weight when you came back. By the time you came,
I did. I was so surprised, but the Lord had told me that. So
I'm going to ask you the same two questions that we're asking the people on the street today. First one is, if someone's a good host, like if you're going to a party and you feel really welcomed and like it's just a nice, comfortable, welcome vibe, what is it that's happening that makes that possible?
I think first of all that the person is present, and so they're engaged and they're looking at me and they're hugging me and they're bringing me to a good chair to sit in. And there's food and there's something to drink. And for me, since I'm Hispanic, I like music playing and, where it's going to be a party. And then just the looking in somebody else's face and sometimes even hugging and kissing.
Today we're talking to people about hospitality. What feels good if you're being hosted somewhere? What are the kind of things that make you feel welcome? And then secondly, really specific, if you're having someone at your house and they're barefoot and they're kind of touching their feet while they're eating, how does that strike you? Okay, what's your name?
Joe.
Hey Joe, thanks for helping me. So these questions are about like when people have you over for dinner, what kind of things are they doing that make you feel welcome?
Enjoying your food, conversation.
Okay. What's your name?
Ray.
Ray, thanks for helping me. So, all right. So what makes for a good host or hostess if you're having a party? How do you make people feel welcome?
Invite them in for drinks and food, and I'm not sure what else.
Okay, cool. All right, and the second question, if you had someone at your house and they were barefoot, they're eating at your house and they don't have their shoes on and they're touching their feet while they're eating, how does that make you feel?
Uncomfortable.
Okay. Let's say you have someone at your house and they're eating with you and they take their shoes off and they're like handling their feet while they're eating. How's that gonna strike you?
A little weird. I don't know how to approach that. Actually, maybe ask them, can you go wash your hands or something, especially
wash your hands
if you're
put your shoes back on.
Yeah.
In the Bible, there's a story about Jesus is having dinner with some religious guy, and a woman comes in and starts washing his feet with her tears and hair. Have you ever heard that story, or have any thoughts about a story like that?
No, I don't remember.
Can I have her say something about it? What's your name?
Nevaeh.
Nevaeh, great name. You read that story? What did you think of it when you read it?
I just thought that she was just really thoughtful of him,
Yeah.
But
Let's say that you have a guest over for dinner, and they've taken their shoes off, and you're at the table, and they're eating with one hand, and with their other hand, they're sort of fiddling with their bare feet. How does that strike you? What does that make you feel?
Is that really a question you asked the other people?
I did. That was literally the question.
It's not very, I'm thinking that it's not very clean because they're using their hand, they've got if they're fiddling with their feet, but you know what? If you're trying to make a reference to the Bible, they weren't fiddling with their feet. They had their feet behind them and they rested their weight on their left side and then they ate with their right hand. So it was a totally clean time.
Yeah.
Food.
Yeah. Although normally they would clean the feet at the door, I'm assuming, like
yes.
Your foot wash. So in this case, maybe it's not totally foreign because someone's doing the feet cleaning right there at the table, which is probably, and that was the analogy I was trying to make is there's a place for feet being clean and there's a place to eat. and the two shouldn't mix, right?
And never the twain shall meet.
Right. Except in this story, they do.
That
Yeah.
you, yeah.